What's up everyone, this is Sam from 64 Wheels, back more diecast, and it is Friday, so I figured I would do a 5-pack Friday unboxing of these 3 new 2024 Matchbox 5-packs. So I found all these at Walmart the other day. They're just normal 5-pack price. I think they're just under $6 now, like $5.85 or something. I think they're all 2024. The only one I'm leaning towards 2025 is the Jurassic World one. I have seen nothing about it promoted. I know the Tesla one, our area is a little bit behind. So this came out back in like August, I think. Some people had it as early as July. And the City Drivers 4, I have not seen either. So I'm not exactly sure if these are just late 2024s or beginning of 2025. I'm not sure. I'm sure we'll find out as the video goes along. So first up, we have the Tesla 20th anniversary 5-pack. If you're a fan of Teslas, this is going to be great. If not, you can go ahead and fast forward on this one. We're going to breeze through this because this is literally nothing special. It's just previously released Tesla castings in what I think are new colors. I don't even know if these are exclusives. So we'll bust through that one pretty quick. The Transport Trackers 2. This one I think is the most interesting of the bunch because Matchbox has done at least 10 different Jurassic World, Jurassic Park 5-packs, and this I was not expecting to see this. This kind of took me by surprise. It has a lineup of vehicles that also took me by surprise. 3 of a very similar painted and looking like Jeep associated vehicles. The little sphere, and then you have a helicopter up top, but I believe that helicopter is branded to the next movie. I don't know if that's from a previous movie or not, but it has no information on it, so it doesn't say what any of the vehicles are. It just has the dinosaurs going down the side of it. So I don't know, it definitely caught my attention, and since I collect those anyways, I went ahead and bought it. And then the one that probably will appeal to everyone is the City Drivers 4. So they have done a really good job with these City Drivers cars of putting a good combination of cars that you would use in your action driver city. So you have like the Street Sweeper, the Harbor Police Boat, which will go great with 2 action drivers, the Crispy Cleaners truck, this absolutely killer grilled cheese food truck, which is amazing, and then the Transit City bus with like a little luau theme. So that's a really good one. I think at least 2 out of the 3 are good if you're not a Tesla fan. So we're going to go ahead and bust open the Tesla one real quick. We will literally do this in like 1 minute because there's nothing really special about them as far as I know. They've all been released before. It is the Model S, Model 3, the 2020 Roadster, the X, and the Y. So the only thing we're missing, I think, is the Cybertruck in the original 2004, 2005 Roadster. But I don't even think Matchbox has that. That's a Hot Wheels one. So Model S in red, good looking casting. These are mainline quality. There's a mainline cars. They're just might have some exclusive paint jobs. These are so plain. I don't know if they've been released before. That's bad. Tesla fans, tell me, has all of these been released in these colors before? I don't know. I don't remember getting the Roadster in blue, but I thought we might have got this in red. But it's a really nice color if you're into it. Front and back tampos, so shout out to them. I think all these have front and back tampos actually. So this is the Model 3. Not a bad casting. I think this is one of the newer ones that they made. Again, it looks nice. It's got nice wheels on it. If you're a Tesla fan, go for it. The blue Roadster, this is probably the winner of the bunch. This thing just looks so mean. Even if you're not into electric cars, this is a pretty nice casting. So it's hard to tell, but it does actually have taillights. It says Tesla on the back. It's got the license plate, headlights, all the good deal. That's a good looking car. I'm not mad at that one. The Model X, same thing here. Very similar design, front and back tampos. The tampos look very nice. Dual motor truck, which is cool. And again, if you have an action driver city and you have somewhere to put these in your like EV stations around the city, this is a cool pack to pick up. These are like good parking lot filler cars. These are good like drive around everyday cars. So this is also a dual motor Model Y. Looking good. It's just a standard Matchbox release. Decent. I don't know what a little bit of a paint issue on that one. But overall, not bad. So I don't know how, I hope that was like right around a minute or very close to it. But if you like Teslas, that'll be a perfect pack for you. If you're not into them, it's not going to matter. Also, it does come with the recyclable home compostable, that like styrofoam paper mesh stuff that the, also like the, what is it, the moving parts cars come in. I will be doing a video where I bury this eventually. I need to. I've been saying that for a while, but now that I have a yard again, I can actually make that video. So all right, let's get to the transport trackers too. So this one interests me, like I said, because of the unique packaging. It's very easy to spot because if you have, you know, if there's a row of 5-packs, just look for the one with the T-Rex. That's obviously the one you're going to be looking for. And I'm really hoping that they re-release some of the other Jurassic Park cars, like the Crush Explorer is really what I'm after, because that's only been released, I think, 3 times in total, and only 1 time with a dirty base. And I never found it. It had very limited release during the 2020 era of store and happenings in the world. So it got very bad distribution. But this is cool to see again. So hopefully we'll see some more. Really cool box art, though. I think this is probably the coolest box art for a Jurassic set that they've had ever. I mean, I just think it looks pretty good. So, all right, let's go ahead and bust this sucker open. So, like I said, they've released, oh man, at least 10 5-packs in the modern era. Like back in like when I think Jurassic World, the first one came out, they had some non-branded or some non-licensed cars. So they didn't have an official Jeep. They didn't have an Explorer, anything like that. Those are newer castings. Why am I so bad at this? These 5-packs always get the best of me. I totally destroyed that. So I wish they did say what the actual vehicles were. Not that it matters, so we can flip them over. But yeah, so this was one of the very first ones when they started redoing the castings. They had a legacy pack with the Jeep, the Explorer, and then they had the World pack, and this was one of the little Gyrosphere. It's a cool casting. It's the hard thing about this casting is that it doesn't really fit anywhere, and it rolls around, so it's hard to display. It's hard to do stuff with. It's cool, but it's just not like, I don't know. I don't know what to do with it. It just kind of sits there, you know, and I have a few of them now since we've collected the series for a while. So this is the helicopter. It actually says Biosyn Genetics on it, which I believe, no, that was probably from the last movie. I thought it was from the next movie, but I think that was the lab in the last movie as well. But this is Matchbox like take on a newer helicopter. You can see like the blades on the side. I don't know what model helicopter it's supposed to be because it's a mix of fantasy and real, but I know it's supposed to be after a real helicopter. The only bad thing about this, I think this is actually very well done. The shape, the sculpt, the paint looks good. I like that it has rotating rotors. The only thing is this is so tiny. Like, look at the size of it. It's nowhere near the scale of a helicopter that you would need for like a Matchbox or Hot Wheels. That's the one bad thing about Matchbox releasing stuff like this in the main line as opposed to a Skybuster, which is a little bit bigger. It fits a little better. These just look so tiny. They almost look like little like go-kart helicopters at this scale. But if you're into Jurassic Park, it's a really nice version of this helicopter. So it's a lot of metal too. This whole thing is metal. The only thing isn't is this plastic piece right here. But this whole part right here and underneath is metal. So it's a little bit of weight to it. So here is the classic number 18 Jeep. I feel like the paint actually might be different on this one. It feels textured. I don't know if you can see that. I don't remember the other ones being textured. So that might be a new, I think it is. I think it's a new style of paint. I don't remember. I don't know. If you collect these, have you ever seen that like almost like sandpaper style paint before? Like it feels like a nail file. It's kind of crazy. The graphics are not new. They've released those before. This is the one that has the back half roll cage in the nice window. It's a good looking one. If you missed the first like 5 times they've done these, this is cool because at least they've made a change. Just like the Fast and the Furious line. It's okay if they release it a few times, if they upgrade it or make it better or change it to make it better, which I think this one, I don't mind the textury paint job. But you decide for yourself. If you already have this, do you need another one just for a new paint texture? Probably not. But if you're a completist, definitely pick this one up because I do think it looks a little bit different than the other ones I've opened. So that's pretty cool. Next up, I don't know the name of this casting. Do you guys know what this is right offhand? It is a fantasy casting of a like I guess like an animal transporter or dump truck. It's like a mix of everything. It's like one of those like Explorer Adventure castings that they've had for a little bit. When does it say it was made? 2021. But it looks really nice in Jurassic Park livery. Like that little dino logo on it. It's got the little claw marks on it, which is really cool. I really hope they do the destroyed, or what is it, the series? So they did a series of a couple of these castings that had like damage. Is it battle damage? Dino damage? I don't know. I'll put it on the screen because I have a few of them, but those actually became very hard to find too during that same 2020 era, if you know what I'm talking about. So, but this looks cool. I actually like this. The wheels look good. This is, even though it's a fantasy casting, it matches really well with the Jurassic Park line of stuff. And of course, Matchbox, they're very good at doing that, matching vehicles to 5-packs and themes and stuff. So I'm no surprise that that looks good. So here is the Jeep. This is the newest one, I believe. This is the Gladiator, but it has the thing on the back. I don't know. I think Matchbox has a couple versions of this because they have a regular Gladiator that does not have this on the back, if I remember right. This one actually has like the Jurassic Adventure tooling and stuff on it. There's a chainsaw. It looks good. Looks really good in this color. Like the paint quality on Matchbox, everything looks sharp. You can read it. It says Jeep Gladiator. The Jurassic logo looks good. I mean, it has, to me, one of the best basic paint jobs. Like, there's no chips on it. It just looks really well done. Even that gloss grill looks good. I like that. The wheels look good. This is a solid 5-pack. Especially if you're into Jurassic Park and dinosaur stuff. Even, what we really need is I've said this before, but an action driver Jurassic Park like that set. That would just be one of the coolest things ever. And since they have a Top Gun aircraft carrier, that would make a really nice like kind of movie universe toy playset. So really cool. So if you have some of these before, I don't know if you need to pick them up if you don't need another Gyrosphere. But if you're a fan of this and you want to keep your collection up to date, that's not a bad 5-pack. Even just the Jeeps are worth it to me. They just look really good. So all right, on to the last one, the Matchbox City Drivers 4. This one's cool. I love anything city. I love fleet. I love construction. It's so cool to get these because then we have so many different things we can do with our diorama and our city towns. And I love that they match because Matchbox is pretty good about making cars in one livery and then making other cars to match it. So like the Harbor Police will match a helicopter or a police car, an ambulance or something like that. Ooh. So like the city services, I'm pretty sure there is another paint job like this, like on a trash truck or something that looks very similar. So this is the street sweeper, the street cleaner. It is another one of these mismatched scaled vehicles. So there you can see the entire helicopter is, I mean, none of these are scaled right. And then when you put them next to a Jeep, obviously, that's huge. I mean, so they're scaled funny, but this casting is so cool. I really like these. I have like a mini fleet of these that I buy because a lot of times they are peg warmers and I don't mind having a lot of fleet vehicles. So I'll pick a couple of them up if there's like been sitting for a while just to add to my action drivers town and stuff. But this is a cool casting. I really like the colors on it. Goes great in a town or a city if you have some diorama because there's not many more of these. I don't know of any other scale street sweeper that's like modern and compact like this that you can buy in the United States. I think Matchbox might be the only one. So, all right, the Harbor Police. So this was made a while ago. I did an unboxing of this. I believe this was made well before 2015. I think this was like a very early 2000s casting. I think they might have updated it if I remember right. But this looks really good in these color combinations. So it says Harbor Police, Matchbox City. It would be cool if they said action drivers on them or like kind of branded them in so you could put the whole Matchbox universe together, especially for the ferry port playset and stuff. And then that the big parking garage has like a harbor to the side. This will definitely come in handy. So this bottom is plastic. It does not float, unfortunately, because it has open axles for these little plastic wheels. The top is metal here. The rest is plastic, but it looks cool. The plastic, they're able to get a lot of fine detail in. So you see ladders, doors, hoses, lifesavers, toolboxes, oxygen tanks. There's a little bit of everything on there. So to me, even though this is not a car, this is a great value for $1. I mean, just the detail and everything, the play value alone is worth $1 to me on that one. So next up, this is a Renault, what is this? Kangaroo Express. So I believe the Nissan dry cleaning van we opened the other day that had the doors that open. This is the same vehicle, just based on the Peugeot, or not the, yeah, right? Peugeot? Or no, Renault, I'm sorry. The Renault version. So I believe it's all the same vehicle chassis that they're branded in different places for the different brands across the world. So this is not a bad looking truck. I think the orange plastic bottom is a unique color combination, but it actually works because a lot of business cars will have funny wraps on them. So to see like a front bumper that's orange on a dry cleaning car that's like orange themed is fine. You know, I think that's a good match there. So dry cleaning, pressing, Taylor Archery, expert cleaning done right, door-to-door service, crispy cleaner. So I like the other one, how it said it was like the die-cast collectors got a certain percentage off. I thought that was pretty cool, but you can't use that on everything. But that's a pretty clean casting. I like the color combination. I'm not a huge fan of the car. I don't know a lot about it. They're not sold in the United States, but I like the livery on it. So it's a win. Next up, the Cheesy Melt, the grilled cheese truck. This has probably one of the coolest paint jobs on it for a food truck that Matchbox has ever done. So I do like that they actually colored the rivets going down the side too. They're not exactly spot on, but it's cool that they actually did that. So let's see the other side. Now they're pretty on there at the top. They're not perfect, but like there you can see a little bit. The yellow's a little messy because it's kind of just like dabbled on there, but you can clearly read the menu. The graphics are nice. Again, for $1, if this was in the regular main line, I would definitely buy these up because that's so cool. Ask about our cheesy die-cast specials. 1-800. Let's see. If you crave that homemade style of grilled cheese sandwiches like your mama made, then you've come to the right place. Always fresh, always cheesy, always so good. Dude, that's awesome. Love the color combination on that one too. So got a metal chassis, the rest is plastic, and you can also see down into it because of that huge skylight. So this is a really cool casting, and this is a casting I buy every time I see it because you can never have too many food trucks, especially if you have a diorama town like I've been talking about, because to have a whole food truck rally where you have a grilled cheese, a taco, an ice cream, whatever, pizza truck, like that's just so cool to have. So these make for a really good addition to any little town. So again, this 5-pack really stellar in that aspect. And then lastly, we have the City Transit bus. So this is Matchbox's newest bus. This is an electric bus. I don't know if they actually say that anywhere, but it's supposed to be an electric bus. They're modern, taking an electric bus. This is a fantasy casting, just like the food truck and the street sweeper, but it looks a lot like a lot of newer buses in cities. It has a really cool luau theme, like a very Hawaii tropical theme. So I don't know. You might be able to use this around your Action Driver Canyon adventure or definitely the volcano. I think you could use this as like a tour bus around that. But even just the tampo quality in general and the paint job on this is awesome. So this is another metal base, plastic body vehicle, which really doesn't bother me because especially if it's not licensed, it's not really supposed to look like anything. So if they can make a body with more details out of the plastic than they would metal, I'm fine with it. It doesn't really bother me because it still has weight because of the really nice metal chassis. And the chassis looks great in chrome too. So there is exhaust on this. At least that looks like 2 catalytic converters. So maybe it is not electric, but maybe it's just the other version I had said electric on the side because I know they've released this in a ton of different colors. So it came with the bus stop Action Driver set too in green and yellow, I believe. So great looking bus though. Awesome color combination. So let me know what you think. Now that you've seen all 5 of those, I would say definitely my favorite is the city drivers. Just the amount of castings in here. The Cheesy Melt Grilled Cheese Truck is probably my favorite. My second favorite one that we opened has got to be this Gladiator. I just think it's done so well in the color combination. Looks great. Classic Jurassic Park Jeep. If I had to pick one out of the Tesla pack, I would definitely pick the Roadster in blue. I think that looks pretty sharp. So let me know what you think of these in the comments. if you've seen any of these in your area, which ones you're going to pick up, which one's your favorite, which ones do you hate the most. I don't know. Let me know because I like talking to you guys, of course, in the comments about all these. So I really like that cheesy melt truck. It's so cool. Awesome. Well, I really appreciate you watching this band. Sam, 64 Wheels. Like and subscribe as always, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.